was talking about the top speed of this 350 watt motor, but it depends a little bit on what you're wearing and how windy it is. Typically, its cruising speed is about 33. You know, it all depends. 33 something. I want to see exactly how many RPMs I'm pedaling at 35. Let's dial that in. 84. 80. The book says I should be pedaling 75. No, actually that's not correct because my crank is a little longer. I'll have to find a chart that'll include the crank arm because that really matters in the circumference of your revolutions and how many millimeters of travel you actually make per revolution. In some ways, a shorter crank arm is beneficial because you won't be pedaling as much. At the same time, you lose some leverage. How much? Well, I don't know. Not very much. But if you went from a 75 to a 65, it might be noticeable. I'm going from a 75 to a 70, and I have a 72.5 on my BH, so that'll fit right in. You know, it always seems to be cloudy or dark or something. People think, oh, the weather in Spain is so lovely. Oh, it's not cold. The motor's nice for little things like this. This is a beautiful road. The first time I came here, I didn't know that it took us to Castilla-La Mancha, Guadalajara. But yeah, very cool. I just stopped to make sure. Oh, there's traffic. Wow. Oh, I found out what that hideous noise is. I thought it was the fender. I thought it was a lot of things. My seat is broken. Actually, well, loose. I could probably ride it this way for another year, but being loose on a suspension seat post is doubly bad. Had a little water. like my cantilever brakes. I've yet to find disc brakes that work as good. I had them on my Mendez mountain bike. Very nice. Shimano GX somethings, and at any rate, they don't even come close. And the road bike Campagnollas are amazing. In fact, it's scary. It's possible to flip the bike over. Maybe that's a bad thing. But at 50 kilometers an hour, it's a good thing because you need it. Didn't see that one coming. We've already visited the palace. What are we going to do down here? Botanical area. Because there's traffic today. The clouds are really high, but tonight it will rain to be sure, probably. This is a botanical area, and there's all sorts of signs indicating what plants and shrubs, and talking a little bit about them. Here's another such sign. This is what it says. Oh, it's totally faded. Ugh. The great thing about here is there's the river. And if you know where the river is, even if you're in a different area, like we are now, in a totally different town, you'll never really be lost. Although getting in it and floating downstream isn't going to do easy, but that would get you home. I'm just using the motor, having fun. This is kind of enjoyable. Oh, rabbit. I'm scared. Wait. Let's see more. All kind of birds. I like Eurasian magpies. We call them urracas, and they're really beautiful. They're sort of vultures. They don't have a particularly good reputation, but they're really lovely. I haven't looked at the map or anything. I just kind of thought it was fun to go down this road, so if it starts getting dark, we'll have to put the lamp. With a little luck, we won't run out of battery. You might have seen YouTube videos of people putting power gauges and such on their bicycles. If you really want to know what's going on with the battery, that's kind of what you need, because the The sensors that come with them are really junk. I think maybe the one on the battery might be fairly accurate. It always says I've only used about a quarter after a ride. My last ride was over 30 kilometers. Not anything to write home about. And it said I used a quarter. And that I believe, because like right now, for example, I'm not drawing any amperage. This is just bicycle riding. The great thing about an e-hub over a mid-drive, in my personal opinion, from what I've been able to learn, is the e-hub rides like a normal bicycle. So let's say it does crap out. Well, now you have a regular bicycle to ride home with a heavy battery. That's not the worst thing on the planet. I have no idea. I love these old dilapidated buildings. Back in the day, I used to do photography, black and white photography, and this would be just the kind of thing that would gain my interest. Old barns in particular. Sacramento's loaded with them, or at least was. Anyway, that was fun.